I have with me here Tom Northfleet, President and Chief Executive Officer of a major network marketing company based out of Dallas, Texas. Tom, thank you for being here.
You're entirely welcome, Tim.
I know you've served at the executive level of many companies. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
I certainly can. You're exactly right. Most of my business background was in traditional corporate America. I was a founder and part owner of a publishing company in Waco that is now the largest religious publishing company in America. I was involved with a company called Success Motivation Institute, which was a management development, corporate development company. Spent a number of years in the commercial real estate business, developing office buildings in Houston, Dallas, San Francisco, that type of thing.
How did you become acquainted with network marketing?
Well, Tim, I perceived an outstanding opportunity when the government deregulated AT&T back in 1985. There was a company that had a contract to bring residential and small business customers to Sprint and determined that network marketing would be a good way to access that. And I was asked to take over the national marketing assignment for that, and we did that and generated about 2 million customers for U.S. Sprint, recognized then the power of it.
Tom, more and more Fortune 500 companies are using network marketing, as well as startups, as well as new people coming into network marketing. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that, first of all, they're learning that it works. Secondly, they're learning that it's quick. Third, they're learning that it has some real economies of scale. It reaches a lot of people that are hard to reach any other way, and they're finding that it's profitable, and they're smart enough to accept it and to adopt it.
Tom, we hear all the time that network marketing is a more efficient method of distribution. Can you explain that?
Well, probably the focus on that is how quickly you can cover the country with distribution of your product. Any other method of distribution basically involves the opening of branch offices, the staffing of those offices, the location of facilities, the location of warehouses, and that type of thing. Whereas a network marketing organization employs the activities of thousands of people, each with their own business, taking the responsibilities of that. Very, very efficient from a corporate viewpoint.
I've heard a lot of sales reps ask the question, why aren't there territorial rights in network marketing?
Well, Tim, that's a very understandable question coming from their heritage and corporate background. Obviously, when you really understand network marketing, you are thrilled to know that there are no territorial rights because essentially, although they're looking at it and saying, what can I do to keep people out of my territory, what they forget to understand that it keeps them inside their territory and limits what they do. And I think the thing germinates or originates from a misunderstanding of competition. In traditional business, you want a territory because you don't want any competition from your own company within that same territory. The wonderful thing about network marketing is the whole concept of competition is totally inverted and reversed. It's a situation where instead of people competing with you and taking a part of your income because of what they do, it's designed in such a way that if they're in your organization, your downline, the more they do, the more you make. And the more people that you have selling what you're selling, where you live or anywhere else, the more money that you make. You see, corporations, in the normal sense of the word, are trying to keep as much money from the sales force as they can. That's what makes them successful. Now, in network marketing, interestingly enough, it's exactly the opposite thing. A real shrewd, smart network marketing organization is looking for every way in the world they can to get money to the sales organization. The more they can get to that field, the more people can talk about that, the more they can hear about it, the more they can expand, the more their leaders can grow, the bigger the corporation grows, the more profits. It's just exactly the reverse of typical corporate mentality. It works wonderfully for people who understand it and who really participate in it.
That's great. So does somebody have to have a sales background, do you believe?
Well, Tim, any accumulated skill that's applicable to the next task is always a big advantage. No question about that. But a sales background is not all that important. And the nice thing about it is that it's not. The exciting thing about network marketing is that it's a people-to-people business. And people use more of their people skills than they use their sales skills. And I found that sometimes the most successful network marketing people that I've ever observed are people who really don't use sales techniques and they don't use sales strategies because most people are perceptive enough to see that when it happens and they don't like that. They much prefer enthusiasm, they much prefer warmth, they much prefer belief, they much prefer a sense that the person has a sincere interest in them and what they're doing. And I think human relations skills, and everybody has that. We've been taught that since we were children. That's absolutely all that's essential in network marketing.
Tom, how much are you willing to pay these people to put together this organization?
Well, Tim, interestingly enough, the more, the better. You see, in network marketing, a person gets paid what they're worth, what they contribute, what they bring in. No more, no less. The great thing about network marketing is if you're good, you get paid. And if you're not good, you can learn to be good. You can learn from somebody else. And the reason that people earn so much money in network marketing is because the system is designed in such a way that the principle of multiplication and duplication is working for the average individual. And so that compounding, that ever-widening multiplication and duplication of activity and talent with a compensation plan that's designed to pay upline on a lot of that is what generates these very, very large checks.
So what's the largest check you've ever seen paid out?
Well, the largest check that I ever had anything directly to do with paying out was a monthly check of about $1,250,000. That's not typical. In fact, that's extraordinary, but it's not unprecedented.